warn you, what you are about to hear is very disturbing indeed.
This sound you're hearing wasn't produced in a Hollywood studio. It's not a synthesizer error or a broken radio frequency. The source of this sound is the chair you are sitting on right now, the ground you are stepping on. Exactly 12 kilometers below this safe shell in which you live your life. Since the dawn of time, humankind has always looked up. We've spent billions of dollars trying to reach the stars. But we were wrong. The real unknown was not above our heads, but beneath our feet. When the Soviet Union decided not to knock on this door, but to break it down, it was not prepared to hear the answer from within. This is the Kola Peninsula. The closest humanity has come to hell. The year is 1970. The Cold War is in full swing. The space race was over. America had planted its flag on the moon. The Soviet Union was searching for a new victory. They turned their eyes downwards. The goal was simple yet insane: to completely penetrate the Earth's crust and reach the mantle. It was like turning Mount Everest upside down and adding another Everest. Soviet geologists and engineers were sent from all over the country to the permafrost of Murmansk. They were told they would create the greatest engineering marvel in history. But none of them had considered how cruel nature can be to those who violate its boundaries. Although the Kola drilling facility looked like a tower from the outside, it was a completely different world inside. The concept of time had no place for the men who worked here. Months of darkness due to the polar nights. Outside it's minus 40 degrees Celsius, inside it's hellishly hot from the drills. Shifts lasted 24 hours. They were isolated. They were forgotten. Over the years, scientific excitement has been replaced by paranoia and fatigue. One engineer wrote in his diary, "The machine no longer seems to pierce metal. It's like something down there is pulling the drill towards itself." When they reached 7 kilometers, everything was fine. But the real nightmare awaited him at the 12th kilometer. The year is 1989. Depth, 12,262 meters. Everything that science predicted has failed. While the temperature should have been 100 degrees, the sensors were showing 180 degrees. This was impossible. The Earth's crust was much hotter and much more vibrant than expected. Even more frightening was the structure of the rocks. The rocks had become plastic. When they lowered the drill, the hole closed, and the Earth tried to heal the wound. When the drill bits are pulled up, it is not as if from mechanical friction, they look like they had been bitten by a savage sting. And then, the drill suddenly spun idle. They fell into a huge void. A void. What could be 12 kilometers underground? The scientists decided to lower a custom-made microphone. Their expectations were simple: the howling of the wind, the scraping of rocks. As the microphone moved lower, the crackling from the speakers began to change. It wasn't the sound of rocks. According to Dr. Azakov, it was a chaos of thousands, perhaps millions, of people screaming in pain at the same time. According to legend, that night a shapeless smoke rose from the well. And before disappearing into the sky, he said in Russian, "I have conquered. Science has given way to fear." The lights were turned off, the valves were sealed. The official explanation was budget insufficiency, but those who were there that night say it wasn't the money that was running out, but the courage. Today, that legendary facility is just a pile of metal rotting under the winds of Murmansk. But that well is still there. It has a heavy, rusted metal cover on it. It's as if it was hastily welded, not to prevent anyone from getting in, but to prevent the thing inside from getting out. Maybe they really did find hell. The deepest pit in human history continues to wait silently under our feet. If you put your ear to that cover, maybe you can hear those whispers too. Stay onyx able.